That's what we hope for, right? When we see medical advancements like this, what happens? Somebody like Liam or Caroline is born, and they dedicate their entire lives to one specific cancer, and they spend their entire lives and millions of dollars donated and funded to hope that they are smart enough to make enough connections to figure out how to solve this problem that people haven't been able to solve yet. That's what we hope for.
Yeah.
Soon, AI will be able to do that in 0.5 seconds instead of some human taking 30 straight years, and oh my god, this person finally figured something out. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Dicksons, episode 16. 16th episode. Just like our children when they turn 16. I don't know why that made me think of 16, like Sweet 16.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I was like, why did you say that?
Thinking about our kids at 16 years old.
Ew. No.
No. Hopefully they still like us and want to hang out, but
I hope so.
it feels really quiet in here. Or we feel very loud. Maybe it's because I'm used to like those doors being closed. So I'm just like, maybe the kids will hear us.
Maybe.
I don't know. But this episode is not going to be as sad, or like we've had 3 straight episodes of health issues and then results of health issues and then dad dying issues.
Yep.
And now I had a whole bunch of stuff to think about, and I was like, you know what? Like I usually do, because this is how my brain operates. I was like, I'm going to just go in to the podcast, and I'll just remember everything I've looked up and thought of for questions. And then I got here, and I was like, I know like some of the ideas and the questions, but I don't know how to structure it. So
I think we sat here for like 15 minutes trying to figure it out.
yeah. So we just started it, because that's what the podcast is. It's unedited, unscripted, usually.
Just wing it.
Yeah. So.
Like I do with my life.
Yes. So speaking of that, Maria is now in charge of this episode.
What? Why?
And she's going to ask me riveting questions that she's come up with and prepared. Or no, actually it's better. No, because that'll lead to me too much talking, and I already talk way too much on this podcast. So Maria is just going to take it away with things she wants to talk about today.
Me?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting choice. Because we already talked about there's nothing up here. Especially at the end of the day. All the thoughts, they're gone. I don't know what I like. I don't know my name. I don't know anything.
What do you like? Tell the people about yourself who don't know you.
I jokingly said things that I like, and you're like, why are you
rocks.
doing that? I didn't say rocks this time.
Sourdough, books, rocks.
So yeah, I like
sunlight.
Yes, I miss the sun. It's been 84 years since we've seen the sun, it seems. It's just been raining forever and ever.
It snowed like 2 days ago.
Yes. And the whole week. It's going to be warmer out. It's going to be like 60s, but it's going to rain every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun. April showers bring May flowers, I guess. I've got some tulips coming up in the front yard. I would like to get into gardening again this summer. Like just tomatoes.
I feel like you say that.
I did last year too.
No, I feel like you just want to grow things, but like not have to do anything for them.
Yes. So I want to get already grown plants. They sell them at the store.
You want to get stuff that like you don't have to take care of at all.
Yeah, because this plant is dying. The plants in the living room are good. I only have to water them every so often. I'm like, oh, they're looking a little sad. It's been a few weeks.
Like even the front there, like you usually do it once and that's it. And then it just stays like weeds the rest of the summer. Yep.
Yeah, sorry. I will, this is the first year Caroline's been in school during spring, summertime. So I plan on working at it and actually making it look a little better. I'm going to keep it under control this year.
We'll see.
Those tulips are going to come in a few weeks and then just
we'll talk about it in a few weeks when or no, not a few weeks. We'll talk about it in a few months on the podcast if that's true or not.
We'll see if I keep up with that. But I would really like to have some tomatoes and because I really like fresh tomatoes from the garden. There's something about them. They're way better than buying them at the store. And maybe some cucumbers, because Caroline really likes peppers. She calls them.
Cuco
She
peppers.
Yeah, she ate like a whole one before dinner, and Liam likes them too. I am really excited about October 27th because that's the new ACOTAR book, and then you get another
Fun
one.
fact: I looked up the top 10 young adult book series, and ACOTAR is not on it.
Well,
On the
it
top 10.
shouldn't be young adult because it's
Young adult means like isn't like a Court of Thorn and Rose something 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 in that same genre.
I think technically it is, but I don't think it should be because there's like provocative things in it.
Well,
So I
it's
don't
on there.
know. Oh,
Well, I mean, Maze
I
Runner
thought
was
you
on there,
just
and
said it
people's like
wasn't.
heads explode.
I thought you just said it wasn't on there.
ACOTAR's not on there. A Court of Thorn and Roses or whatever is.
Oh, it's the same thing. It's abbreviated. A Court of Thorns
Oh,
and ACOTAR.
okay. Well, then what's the other one? Oh, yeah, the other one's
Fourth
Fourth
Wing.
Wing.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so that
You're
is on
learning
there.
something.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's just like, because you don't want to say all of that every time you talk about it. So you just say ACOTAR.
So it is. That is on there.
Yeah.
That was like number 7.
Oh, what's number 1?
Guess. I'm not gonna remember them in order. So ACOTAR, you got right. It's number 7.
Mm-hmm. Is Fourth Wing on there?
No.
Interesting.
Nope. No Fourth Wing.
Huh. Because there's a lot of hype around that one. Is Harry Potter on there?
Number 1.
That's I was gonna guess that. Young adult. Twilight.
Yep, that was like number 4.
Okay. I don't know.
I feel like you don't read many books like outside of like the ones you like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like you venture into.
Yeah, the only time I
You just
venture
follow Book
is
Talk.
yes, I like Book Talk. They have good recommendations, and the only time I ever venture out is during book club.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm not into it, but that's fine because you're not gonna like everything you read. But other times, I'm like, I would have never read this on my own. I would have never picked it, but it was interesting. Like The Silent Patient, that one's really good. I actually think you would really like that. It's like a psychological thriller kind of thing.
Maybe.
And it was written by a man. Usually, all the stuff that I read is written by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was good, and romances.
Yep.
And romantasy, fantasy books.
It was.
It's Throne of Glass on there. Crescent City.
Aren't those all in the same genre?
Well, it's a different series.
Then no.
Okay.
Is it not the same as ACOTAR?
It's like the multiverse, like Marvel. So it's a different series, but they're all part of the same universe.
Well, then it's probably all considered in the same thing then.
I don't think so. Whenever
Well,
they talk about them, they're like, if those aren't on there, then they're just not on there.
No. It was Harry Potter and the Hunger Games.
Oh,
Then
Hunger
Twilight.
Games.
Then there was like the Percy Jackson series. There was ACOTAR. 2 that I hadn't heard of before.
I wonder if I have.
I don't know. That's what I was saying. I was wondering if I can remember all that because like even dating back to work, like I don't write stuff down. Even with all this work that I do, I don't write stuff down. I'm just hoping my memory can keep it.
Yeah, I need notes. Like the notes app in the phone, full of stuff. Because I always forget to delete it too. So there's just tons and tons of lists of things that I need.
So when you guys watch these podcasts, just know most of the time, except for like when we have specific questions that we wanted in a specific order, like the
those are written
agree
down.
to disagree ones or whatever. None of this is written down for me. I am just.
And I'm just here for the ride.
Yep, I'm just try and keep it all organized in my head. So if you guys ever like, yo, they just like went off on a tangent like 6 times, it's just because that's just how my brain coordinated the pathing of this podcast. But
And I'm trying focaccias.
more baking, or I guess that's
Yes.
kind of baking.
Yeah, the sourdough focaccia, the cinnamon sugar, like the cinnamon roll one is my favorite. You like when I add apples. I made a lemon blueberry one a
Meh.
couple weeks ago.
No,
Everybody
thank you.
else liked it,
No,
but
thank you.
I like the cinnamon roll
You
better.
didn't even like it. You had it and you're
I
like, "You know
liked
what?
it, but I like the cinnamon roll one way more.
Um, true. Speaking of Harry Potter,
Oh
at the
yeah,
end
the
of this
new
year, the new TV series.
it's exciting. I don't I wish I was more excited about it. Like I'm excited about it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to love it. But I'm going to be sad that it's not the same characters, and I know that's impossible to do. But you get so attached to, one
Yeah, a
thing.
lot. Most of them are dead.
That's true.
So
That's really
you couldn't
sad.
even like
That's really
you'd
sad.
have to like it would be worse if you could even keep. I wouldn't want them to recast the same actor even if they
I
could.
want Draco or Tom Felton to play uh
I don't.
his dad.
I don't.
No?
It for me it would ruin the immersion. Like if it was like if
Yeah,
you
I
were
guess
taking
so.
actors that had previously played something else, and I understand like sentimental wise, like it would be cool, I guess.
Mhm.
But if I'm supposed to buy into a new story and you're just kind of taking from the old one,
Yeah.
it just kind of ruins the immersion. But
It
you
would be
said you
cool.
see, so I disagree. You said you would love it. I don't know that we're gonna love it. You know what I mean? It could be awful. It's going to the new Harry Potter series comes out at the end of this year is going to be has the potential to be one of the best TV series of all times or the biggest failures of all time
True.
because there's a lot of um, issues with the movies, but the movies were pretty good. The fact
Mhm.
that the movies were able to keep on a schedule that released them pretty much once a year for 8 years or so
Mhm.
is wild. But now we have the movies were about 2.5 ish hours and change,
Mhm.
which means we had 2.5 hours per book to adapt to live.
Mhm.
Now we will have 8 1 hour episodes, so we'll have 8 hours instead of 2.5. So we'll have almost 3 times more
Yeah.
material to like cover.
It's really exciting because it definitely wasn't enough time.
Like even though it's like people's favorite movie, like the Goblet of Fire had so much like mystery in the book,
Mhm.
like so much like of them like figuring out the clues and
Yeah.
figuring that stuff out, and they kind of just had to like rush through it
Yeah.
in um in that, and then not only that, but it is $100 million budget per episode.
That's literally insane.
$100 million budget per episode. $800 million per season.
I can't even
7 seasons or eight
I can't
seasons or
even
whatever they're
fathom
gonna
that.
do. 7 seasons, 7 books. So $4.5 billion on this investment into this show.
They better
So
not screw it up.
well, like I said, it's either gonna be
Mhm.
with that much investment. And I mean, money doesn't just buy good
Yeah.
TV or good writing, but with the money you would at least have to imagine the production and the set quality and the CGI and all the things you would want from a obviously like from
Mhm.
a wizarding experience would be good on paper. Doesn't mean the show will be good. A lot of people upset about the actors and the casting. A lot of people are
Mhm.
upset because Snape is black. A lot of people are upset because Hermione is maybe not as white as they wanted. Just a bunch of just
Yeah.
I just don't I just don't care. Like I'm a little confused by it, but like if you tell me a good story, I'm not really gonna care. I'm not somebody who like I've watched Game of Thrones, I've watched um, Lord of the Rings, I've watched a lot of adaptations that came from books. I'm not somebody who's like if it deviates from the source material, it's bad. So I don't really care as long as you tell it in in a good way. Um, if it's still a good story, that's really all I care about. I really don't care if it stays true to J.K. Rowling's source material. J.K. Rowling's source material had a lot of holes,
Yeah.
to be honest. but like she did develop like a very good world.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I guess I'm thinking with other series that I really like, that you really get attached to, and you make this vision in your head, and if the characters looked different, like if freaking Tamlin doesn't have blonde hair like he does in the book, I'd be mad because I had this thing in my head,
yeah,
you know. But they're doing. I feel like they're doing it in a racist way.
people. Oh yeah, people are
Yeah,
just yeah,
which
yeah.
I
People are
don't
just
like because
people
that's
are just
just not
mad.
right.
Yeah, people
But
are just mad because he's black. It'll be interesting how they tell this story. Um, Given that aspect, because that obviously changes parameters of perceptions of a lot of storylines. So it'll be
mm-hmm.
interesting to see how they tell it. But
Yeah,
yeah, of course, people are just going to dislike it because
yeah, he's
they're going to
bullshit.
dislike it. Um, but either way, end of this year, season 1 is when it comes out, and then you're just waiting endlessly for any of the book series you enjoy to be adapted to.
Yes, apparently Fourth Wing is in the works with Michael B. Jordan's production company or something, and they
By in
released
the works, she
something.
means they bought the rights to it, which means
Yeah, she said she's read the pilot or something, and she really liked it. And so, and he just made some kind of statement about working on it not too long ago. So I really hope that it's promising, but I don't know. I feel better about this one than Akatar ever becoming a show because the rights just kept getting, I don't know.
bought and sold.
Yeah, I think so.
People just preemptively buy the rights to them,
Hmm.
so that way, if it ever does get to that, like
But
they're
she
just.
has hers back. They said in the other podcast with Caller Daddy that she has all her rights back and stuff.
I don't know if that's entirely true. I think there's
No?
different. Well, I had looked something up, and I think it's different rights of. I don't know if it's specifically the rights of the show in general, because you can sell different parts of the. I don't remember. I don't know if it's fully that way though, but
No. She did
she
say
did mention
that,
getting something back.
yeah,
The rights to something. I don't know if it was the rights to the
yeah.
TV show. There's like.
And she said she wants to wait until they find like the perfect characters, the perfect people to play the characters, and um,
That would be tough. Like if
yeah,
you
I
wrote
know.
something for years and put your soul into it and based characters around experiences you
Hmm.
were having or friends were having or world events that were happening, and then you're trying to trust somebody else's creative control to like bring it to
Yeah,
TV, and you're gonna.
I think that's why it's taken so long and just hasn't happened because she wants it to be perfect. She wants it to
Well,
be,
the issue
you know,
is if you. That's usually why they sell the rights and don't let the
yeah,
author be the one to show run it, but like you at least maintain some creative control,
yeah.
but you don't get the final say, so you can be like, I wouldn't like you to change that for this reason, but like a
Hmm.
lot of times you sell the rights to it, so they just get the say. So if they want to change it, just like we've seen in um, Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
House of Dragon, like they're like, George R. R. Martin was like happy with most of like Game of Thrones. Then we obviously know how that ended up. And then he was happy with the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but then he hasn't been happy with House of the Dragons because they're kind of deviating from how he wants the story told. And now like
Hmm.
that would just suck to like make something your whole life and then
Yes.
like you know
Have them mess it up.
it's like bringing it to TV or movie does bring in a whole new audience to be fans of the story you're telling, but all of a sudden it's
Hmm.
not your story anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like it'll be tough if you're going to try and wait for the perfect actors or perfect actresses or
Hmm. A lot of people
perfect
online say that they want it to be not like an anime, but you know,
nope.
not real people.
Yeah, so it'd be an anime.
Yeah. I can't. They use a different word. I don't know.
It's I don't know. People seem like snobs about it. Be honest with you,
Oh.
like yeah, it's like it's an anime. It's like, well, anime is technically animated art coming from
Hmm.
manga, which is from Japan, so it's technically called this. If it's from it's anime.
Mm.
Like if it got
That's what I
turned into
think
an
in my head. I don't
animated
know.
show, it would be put in the anime category, or it would be put in some sort of category.
These AI TikTok things that they put together, though, like they're pretty good. I know it takes away from all this stuff, and it would be not great, but They look
Uh,
good.
to you, they look good. To people who actively like watch illustrated stuff, it looks like garbage. Like you're just
Like it's
somebody.
more so what you imagine in your head, kind of.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I mean, like AI is for sure getting better to where it's hard to distinguish even like real and whatnot sometimes. But it's usually there's like
It's like it's animated, but a little better.
yeah, it's like if you're somebody who's like watched anime, like yeah, AI is going to get to the point to where it can animate things, but it usually just feels like soulless. Like when there's an interaction between characters and
Yeah,
whatnot,
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
feels like you can tell like oh that just like looks weird, like it just looks like slop.
True. I mean, they're
But
really short clips too, so it's
yeah,
not big one.
but to be fair, yes, AI will absolutely even just within the next 6 to 12 months be so good at making anything. It'll run into this issue where anybody can make any, it'll run into an issue where AI itself could just manufacture these types of stories all the time and just pump out hundreds of thousands of different of it's hard for things to be as well no it's hard for things to be as what's the word
Mm-hmm.
unique I don't know like if you like if the it's the same thing so like on YouTube right now there's like a major issue with just like AI sloppy videos just being plastered everywhere and the algorithm pushes them because it's really popular because people are looking at it then they'll ask like is this fake and that draws comments and that draws engagement
It's a
and
little terrifying.
it's literally became an issue because like now just hundreds and thousands of videos and shorts are just being put up all the time and it's not by real people it's literally just by AI
Yeah.
or people that run AI accounts so it's like to find like an authentic person's creativity
Mm-hmm.
aside from like AI recreating creativity from somebody else's work, it just floods the whole algorithm and system with just like repurposed content over and over. So it would be like Akatar, like for you, or Harry Potter, or any of the above, or Lord of the Rings wouldn't be as memorable, or there's another word I'm looking for, but like it wouldn't be as important because there would
Meaningful?
just be, sure, it wouldn't be as meaningful because there would just be thousands of iterations of it in
Yeah.
any way that you wanted everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Books will start coming out being written by this is what people's main concern about AI in the creative industry is it'll all of a sudden just be you could find any story for you like oh
Mm-hmm.
you kind of like Akatar but you would rather have wizards there is an entire series already here written in 4 seconds seven
Yeah.
full books and it's just like that just like takes away
All the
the
hard work that these
hard work
authors do,
there's
yeah.
yeah there's like more that goes into but genuinely right now like probably within the next 6 months it could probably do it right now you could be like generate me an entire 7 book story based on this with this settings and create new original characters that have like you know storylines that intercede with each other with plot points that and you could just set up this whole script and it could write you 7 books in 5 minutes and
That's
just like here you
nuts.
go.
I feel like I wouldn't want to read it.
That's what I'm saying but like and then it wouldn't only be that it would be thousands and thousands and endless iterations of that and if there's so much it's called it makes me think of like this thing called like dead internet theory where right now and I already noticed it 99% of the time most of the comments on any single piece of social media I feel like are bots like I feel like are fake engagement it's like
Yeah.
I'll go to something and see something and see responses on it and all of them just feel like they are written by a robot like not real people
Yeah.
like people don't comment that so it's just like it feels like the videos that are going up aren't real and it feels like everybody commenting on it isn't
Mm-hmm.
real.
There's so many variations of different posts that I see on Facebook about. I've seen a lot of them where it's like over tipping lately. I don't know if that's a big thing right now, where it'll be like a receipt and be like, oh, I hope this is enough. And then they go off on this tangent about, I don't know, the work that they do or tipping and stuff. And it's just a different variation of that same exact thing or the same picture
Yep.
of a receipt.
Yep.
And so you never know what's real or
Yeah, it's
fake. I
just
don't know.
there's it's just and then you look at the comment section like I'll go to something right now and look at something and I'll be like, I don't know if that's real. So then I have to go to the comments, and somebody will have to ask a. Funny enough, they'll have to ask AI if this is real, and AI will go, nope, that's not real. Definitely made by AI. And then all of the comments under it, thousands of comments are just like little heart eyes, bunch of smileys, and it's just like thousands of them. And I'm like,
Hmm.
people don't just comment that on
Yeah,
this.
that's weird.
So it's like dead internet theory is just there's so much bot accounts, fake engagement, inauthentic engagement, short form content that's just like, oh, this is cool, look at this. Next thing, oh, this is cool, look at this. And all the comments, all the feedback on it are fake.
Hmm.
It's nobody having actual conversations with authentic people, and
Yeah, I don't like that.
it's that's what like that same theory of like, oh well, what if like AI could just like make this. It's like it just caters to this same issue where it would be like, I mean, it can, and at some point it will probably look better than what humans can make, but it won't be like right now. It'd be like I could tell a printer to print me out a painting of the Mona Lisa, but
Yeah.
why would I want it?
Yeah.
I could have a printer print out anything really cool that people used to, I could print out the what's that one thing that painted on the ceiling, The Last Supper.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember the name of it.
I mean, there is a painting.
What's
The
his
Last
name?
Supper.
Painted it on the entire ceiling of the place in Italy. Everyone goes and looks at it. I think it's called Last Supper, but like I could print out that and just post it on the wall.
I feel like The Last Supper is them sitting at a table.
Yeah, I feel maybe yeah, it is, but like it was like painted on a ceiling
Huh.
or
I feel
something.
like I know what you're talking about, but I have no idea what
Maybe
it's
I'm thinking
called.
of the wrong thing. If I'm thinking of the wrong thing, somebody will correct me.
Yes.
That's fine. But still, I'm saying like, it's like it's so you would think like logically, why isn't it as important? Like,
Hmm.
was it the art itself that was cool? It's like, no, I know somebody that can literally recreate the Mona Lisa on Microsoft Paint in like 6 hours. Literally just with like a little dot, like they literally can
Huh.
recreate it.
That's crazy.
That's talent. But it's
Yeah.
just like, so it's just like, I don't know.
It's just you appreciate the work that someone puts into it and the effort and the skill
It's
it
like
takes to do that.
AI comes up a lot in conversations in my stream,
Yeah.
because it affects my job. It affects everything I'm doing, everything everyone else is doing. So usually, like the takeaway from it is AI, as long as it's being used as a tool
Hmm.
for creatives, not replacing the creatives, is good.
Yeah.
Now, if an artist wants to animate Akatar and they can like do something and then they can use AI tools to help them create their art in their way, in their imagery, in the way they want to do it quickly and more efficiently, cool. You're the creative designer. You're just using tools to make it faster. Kind of like if anybody here kind of recognizes how like Paint 3D and like the Magic Cut tool works. Like if
Hmm.
I have a picture of me and Maria and I want it to cut out just Maria and then move it over here, right? Back in the day, I would have to like outline you bit by bit,
Yeah.
cut it out, move it, paste it over, blend it. Now it just does that automatically. Is that technically like a version of AI? Sure. But like that's an example of like in the past we used to have to do that tedious process. If you're going to allow the creatives to have a process to do that on their own, cool. That's fine as long as the creatives still maintain control of what they're doing. So, um yeah, it's going to be a very interesting next decade in terms of
Yeah.
AI.
It's gonna be weird.
In the creative space, not a huge fan.
Hmm.
As long as it's being used as tools that don't replace creatives, cool. I'm fine with it. Overall, other than that, I'm pretty excited about
Hmm.
AI.
It does some amazing stuff.
Well, I've said this on chat, or I've said this to chat on stream, because there's a lot of people who are just, I hate all forms of AI, and it's
Yeah.
mostly because the kind that we experience are just annoying and fake engagement and all this different stuff that I've just ranted about. But um, I was like, hot take, don't think humans will, like, there's the hot take that humans won't survive AI. AI will get rid of humans because it'll see humans as like an existential threat. That's like what like the whole running story for the past
Yeah.
50 years has been, right?
Yeah.
In movies, like, AI will find that humans are bad and they'll get rid of all of them. Terminator, all, Ultron, all the stories from everything, like, follow that.
Yep.
I think almost the opposite. I don't think humans will be able to survive without AI. I think there will be existential threats, extinction level events, comets, asteroids, volcanoes exploding, potential natural heating and cooling of the earth that'll affect ability to survive in certain coastal and place. I don't think we will be able to solve that as a human species, or certain diseases or certain viruses. Like, I don't think we'll be able to solve that efficiently in time without AI.
That makes sense.
So, like, we get an extinction level event, we get a bad virus going around. I think AI being able to solve a problem that we would normally just hope really smart people could solve, like when you think about that, when something comes up like that, and there's like an extinction level event about to happen, going to wipe out a large percentage of the human population, we need to solve that problem. What do we need? We need people who have dedicated their entire lives to solving those subject of problems or those type of problems. We need them to solve them, and we just have to hope that those people that have spent their life doing that are smart enough and efficient enough and charismatic enough to be able to convince the people that control the resources to allow them to make those choices without propaganda and fake news and all this stuff getting in the way. um
A little scary.
we just have to hope. We just have to hope that the people in charge know what they're doing, and they give the resources to the people who have dedicated their lives to being smart on a specific topic or subject. And we have to hope that person's math or studies or whatever checks out to be able to save our potential lives, or children's
really
lives,
like
or
that.
grandchildren's lives. Or we can input that problem into AI and it can solve it in 0.5 seconds and just be like, here's what you need to do. Here's the steps. Here's the amount of resources you need. You have to follow this step-by-step process, and you have to do this, or everyone's dead.
I'm putting my
Yes.
apples in that basket.
Yes. And then you don't let it make decisions on its own, but again,
Yeah.
you have human controlled using AI as a tool to solve the problems that normally would take a lot longer to solve.
Yeah.
So my hot take to them was, I don't, like you say we're not going to survive AI. I'm saying I don't think we'll be able to survive without it. I think AI will solve a lot of resource issues.
Mm-hmm.
I think AI will solve a lot of, we've talked about this before, medical issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if
I like ChatGPT.
yeah, imagine if AI had access to all patient portals,
Mm-hmm.
all information about everybody's labs, diagnostics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Didn't use them, didn't share it with anybody, but then could make distinctions between what type of cancer somebody has, what type of chemo has worked, for what age group, for what blood type, for what, and it could just do all of this in 0.5 seconds to compared to a human that had to spend their entire life, because that's what we hope for, right? When we see medical advancements like this, what happens? Somebody like Liam or Caroline is born, and they dedicate their entire lives to one specific cancer, and they spend their entire lives and millions of dollars donated and funded to hope that they are smart enough to make enough connections to figure out how to solve this problem that people haven't been able to solve yet. That's what we hope for.
Yeah.
Soon, AI will be able to do that in 0.5 seconds instead of some human taking 30 straight years and, oh my god, this person finally figured something out. Because that's what we do. We just hope that that next group of humans or next generation can figure out this, so people, kids stop dying of cancer, and people stop getting Alzheimer's, and like, we just hope that that next generation of humans, like, oh, I hope somebody's born that spends their life focused on trying to solve this childhood cancer. And we just have to hope. I think at some point, and it might be a lot sooner than people think, because the exponential progress of AI right now is literally insane. I think AI is going to solve a lot of these problems. I think it'll cause problems for sure.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's a frustrating point because everybody online is always so negative about it, and I'm like, y'all just gotta wait. Like, it's not going anywhere. That's very clear. There's nothing we can do about it. So complaining is just don't support the processes, right? I don't support any of the AI creative stuff. I just think it looks bad. So just wait and just hope and cheer for the good stuff. I think investment into it isn't a bad thing. But there was something I was going to say about, final thing I was going to say about AI. What was it? Tell me what I was going to say. We're supposed to be like,
your mom.
Yes, my mom could use AI. Yep.
That's your line that you always say.
That is true. There was something important about AI that I was gonna say. It's gonna solve
Interesting.
stuff. Damn.
Solve
It
stuff.
was a really good point.
No,
My brain's just kind of
we're
off
missing
today.
out.
I've worked a lot.
Yeah,
We're working a lot.
I'm tired.
Yes. But I'm not I'm not as dooming about that stuff. I'm excited to see what that was what it was I don't feel like people really understand what exponential looks like. Kind of like how they talk about like an exponential growth is like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and it just like doubles every year as an example. So once you get to like the 25th iteration of it, we're not going from like 1 to 2 or 8 more. We're talking 30, 40,000 more than 80,000 more, and then,
Mm-hmm.
640,000 more, and it just like exponentially grows. If I were to ask anybody right now who's just actively involved in the internet in a reasonable way, so not you, because you don't know anything that's going on,
Nope, sure don't.
I'll be like, oh yeah, it's because the current issues in the Middle East, so our stocks are down a little bit. You're like, what's going on in the Middle East? I'm like, okay.
I feel like I don't want to say I live a happier life
Yep. No.
without it,
No.
but I
It's yep.
do.
Yep. I'll let. It's probably better. I'll let you know if there's anything pertinent. You just
Let me know if
live
we're
in
gonna
your
die tomorrow.
You live in your bubble. That. It's better. Um,
I'm not hoping for people to die.
5 years ago, let's just say pandemics. Let's say 6 years ago, beginning of this decade.
Mm-hmm.
How much did we hear about AI at all? None.
Yeah.
Nothing. Now it is in literally every facet of our lives in 6 years. Even 3 years ago, they're like, hey, AI, could you show me a video of Will Smith eating spaghetti? I don't know if you remember this trend. And it was like some tripped out acid trip looking
I think so.
thing that like it looked like a kid made on it looked like nonsense. Now,
Yeah. Sometimes you can't even
all the,
tell if it's
all
fake.
the time I cannot tell. Can't tell if
Yeah.
that's real or not.
Yeah.
All the
That's
time
so
all the
scary.
time I have to ask AI, is this AI? And they're like, yep. I'm like, okay. Could not tell.
Mm.
The amount of times people use that for propaganda. I remember when people were like, "Oh no, deep fakes." It's like now you don't even need people's pictures and stuff like that. Really, you can just be like, "Show me this person saying this thing." You could just automatic like it's crazy.
Yeah. And it makes me not want to post pictures of the kids online as much.
You can
Like,
control what you can control.
I know.
It's not worth worrying about all too much. We'll just be conscious of it and whatnot. But like the whole point is like AI is going to advance more in the next month than it did the previous 24 months. And that will stay true every single month,
No.
including. So, like, you think about if I just said, like, this month, we are going to make more progress on AI advancements than the previous 24, then that means the following month is true in the same thing, even though I just said that previous month was better than the previous 24.
Hmm.
So, like, its ability, like, we just went from it can't even make a normal video 3 years ago to where we can't
Yeah.
even tell the difference now to where now it's in every facet of our lives. It's part of every single social media, every single search engine. I use it for everything.
Yeah.
I use it for planning content. I use it for data consumption. I use it for everything outside of the creative stuff. If I'm like, okay, I need this information for this to figure this out, and it just has it all for me ready.
Mhm.
Hey, random thing I just wanted to know, and like Google couldn't really usually do this. I would just, well, this isn't a bad this isn't a good example, but I would be like, wait a minute, yeah, Draco. We were talking about that one day. I was like, Draco Malfoy. Speaking of like Harry Potter, wasn't even in the movies that
Oh
long.
yeah.
As long
No,
as we
that
think,
was.
even though he had like such an iconic role, and he's still like, people still ask about it to this day. But he was only in the movies for like an average of 2 minutes,
That's nuts.
with like a total of like 8 lines.
It's
So
so
I
weird
could
because
just
that
be
just
like,
doesn't sound right.
yeah,
But
so I
I
could
know
just
it
be like
is.
Draco Malfoy, actor, Harry Potter, total duration per movie, and it'll just be like, bam, movie 1, 3 minutes, 18 seconds, boom, and it just has all the info for me in a row set up. Whereas, like, if you tried to Google that in the past, you would have to find like a specific article that was already talking about it, and it would reference the article, and then either just show you a snippet of it, or you'd have to go actually like read the full article, which you could say was maybe more of a beneficial thing. But in terms of just like, it's probably my favorite thing. If you're asking like what I like about AI aside from like the medicine and tech sector, I like just getting data. Like, just give me this data.
Mhm.
Like when I was doing this podcast, I was like, tell me what time and date of the week most people are looking to watch a podcast of a husband wife talking about life and
Mhm.
whatnot, compared to any channel on YouTube doing similar content. And it's like Thursdays 1 p.m. That's when the most amount of people are consuming this type of content, or at least starting it to where they finish it throughout the weekend or whatever they do.
Mhm.
So that's
When I wanted to paint the kitchen, I put into GPT, um, changed my walls from this color to this specific color from Sherwin-Williams, and that's kind of how I chose what I painted it.
yeah, it's
And it
just
was
yeah.
so cool.
Like I said, like it's just cool.
And I told the other lady that was looking at Sherwin-Williams and I was having a really hard time finding a color for something. She's like, "Now, what do you use?" And she
Yeah.
was just mind blown.
Yeah. So there will be
She
people
wrote
like
it
who would
down.
even hear this conversation. They just like hate the fact that people are using AI at all. It's like it's here.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. Support it
It's
in
not going anywhere.
yeah, support it in ways. There's like, oh, you know, it uses too much water and all this stuff. It's like it'll solve its own problem.
Mm.
Like data centers are using like way too much water in this. It's like it's the same thing with like solar. It's like sometimes they like use too much space, or sometimes they're not efficient enough. You know, give it time. That doesn't mean we don't need to swap away from fossil fuels. That doesn't mean et cetera, et cetera. So,
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a very crazy like
Mhm.
next 10-ish years in terms of
Yeah.
the world, especially because of AI and because of advancements and because of how all this is gonna work. There's theories that it could make income almost irrelevant.
How
Be-
so?
the theory is that it can solve so many problems that it will decrease the cost of living for everybody to the extent to where it's not profit driven. So you won't really need to rely on companies to provide necessities at a profit based point, but like general necessities could just be like if it solved energy problems and people didn't have to pay for energy.
Yeah.
Right, in that aspect, like there was an energy surplus to where we didn't really have to rely on old methods that were just profit driven.
So people won't have like a $900 national grid bill.
And it's not just about National Grid, but it's the aspect of like anybody creating stuff to pay for stuff wouldn't really need to pay that either. So it would save
Mhm.
everybody money, and then money like process of like food creation and food consumption and waste management, all these things that like are possibly done poorly would just be solved in such an efficient way that the cost of living would be so low that you could be back to, one person with just a part-time job could provide for the entire family because stuff.
Imagine
Now,
that.
does that sound like a pipe dream? Does that sound realistic? Maybe, but I have no
Yeah.
idea. Like,
Huh.
you know,
That would be something.
maybe. Do I think that, it makes sense that when I was working 5 or 6 years ago that chips were like $2.30 and now they're like $7
So
at places?
stupid.
Do I think those are worth
Literally
$7
$15, I think it was, $14
for two
to
bags of
get
chips?
2 bags of Doritos.
Yep,
Insane.
$15. So it's like, and the thing is that these companies are breaking record profits every year.
Mm.
So people are profiting hundreds of millions of dollars like off that, and the reason is we've gotten into a place where it's like people already expect that brand.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't really shop for another brand. So if that
Mhm.
brand decides to be expensive, why doesn't another one decide to be expensive?
Mhm.
And the place like Walmart that used to be cheap isn't cheap anymore because the products that are inundated in the aisles are what people expect and people want the brands,
Yeah.
but the brands are just all making right. Because it's like COVID happened and it's like, hey, the cost of working and a lot of stuff has gone up. The prices are going to go up. It's like, that makes sense. So like you remember like, you used to get like 24 ounces of this. Now you only get 18, but it's like, we'll keep it the same cost, but you're only going to get 18 now. But then all of a sudden you realize that the prices still went up at some point and the size of what you were getting or quantity of what you were getting went down.
Mhm.
And then COVID went away
Yeah.
and things
And
went
it
back to
never got
normal. And
fixed.
you noticed the prices never went back down.
Yeah.
So it's like, But so the thing was they were like, it's costing us more to do our job and whatnot, or costing us more to do this, and it's, like shipping is costing more, like everything's kind of costing more, so the price is going to go up. It's like, okay, that makes sense. But you'll also notice during every single one of those years they still broke record profits. It's like
Make it make sense.
certain percentages of families in America can't afford to feed their kids.
Mm.
These companies are making record profits of hundreds of millions of dollars every year. How is it making sense? So when people are like, I don't like AI, I think it's going to bring a lot of bad things. I'm like, well, the way things are right now don't seem too great. So, send it, buddy. Like, just,
Yeah.
I live more in the optimistic phase. Like, if we were like doing really good right now, I could be like, why do we need it? Everything's fine. If it was like back in the 80s and 90s again, where, like one parent working a single full-time job could provide for an entire family, have a house paid off, have a retirement and stuff like that, and people were working two jobs and they were starting to introduce all this new changes, I'd be like, why? We're chilling. But like right now, like when people like get a little bit doomerism, like they're just dooming any idea about like this new stuff coming out, I'm like, shaking up the way things work right now, I don't think it's a too bad idea.
Yeah. Gas is almost what?
Five, like almost
$5.
People are talking about in stream today. A lot of people like where they live is like $5.
God, we're almost there. It's like 4.15 or something like that the other day.
Conflict in the Middle East, if that resolves, it should go back down. How quickly will it go back down though? Don't know.
It's a good thing we don't really have to drive often.
True.
I wonder if people that deliver groceries and stuff, if they get an increase to pay for their gas and whatnot, or if it's paid for.
I don't think those jobs are sustainable. I don't think anybody makes money doing those jobs. Like, I think DoorDash and all those jobs are a bait. Like, oh, you just like a little job on the side here, just drive around, drop off groceries and stuff like that. It's like wear and tear on your car plus gas. I guarantee you barely bring in a profit. I guarantee you it's probably less than minimum wage. And I bet the only way you actually really make any money is if you're like in a city, have good routes, and are already established as like a preferred something. I don't think you can just pick up a job like that and make money. I don't think so. But I don't know. Because even then, it's like people can't afford the stuff in the first place, and now like they're expecting to be able to afford, like, because like one thing you have to think about when you increase the price of everything, you increase the cost of it, and usually you're giving a percentage of the cost as the tip. So if you keep increasing the cost of the goods, which makes the menu prices go up, even if you're just talking about like, like going out to a restaurant, if you keep increasing the prices of dinner, that also increases the tip. So now you have people that are going to be like, I can't really afford the tip. So it's like,
yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me because people get so mad about a really high bill and them not tipping an insane amount of money. But I'm just thinking, if the meals were super expensive and you only had to bring out like 4, but it was super expensive,
it's just
like why do you think you need like a $50 tip for that? You know what I mean? I don't know.
It's because our tipping culture in America just leads people to believe that, and they pay them such a low wage.
Yeah. Which sucks.
That they rely on that. So, of course, like if you're only making $4 an hour or something, and you're relying on tips, and you finally have like a big order of like $600 come through, and whatever, at like a restaurant, and you're expecting 15%, so $90, $100.
No, these people are saying like over 20. Like you should do over 20.
Over 20%.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's an insane amount of money. I don't know.
I mean,
like you've always tipped well.
My tips are always like 25%.
Yeah.
Like
but
if it's like $100, they're getting like $25 or so. Or usually if it was like, well, if it's 81, they're getting 19, so I just make it an even 100. So I mean, like I've always tipped well just because.
I mean, we don't have bills that are like $500 though, so I guess I don't know.
I mean, Jesus.
If you're going
we
out
went to
and
Hibachi,
spending
and I spent $120. We went to Wise Guys, I spent 100 and something bucks.
Yeah, because just the drinks alone are like $20. If you get 2 glasses of wine, $10 each, is insane. So
it's just like it's like not making sense to go out anymore.
I know. It's just get the stuff and make it at home.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like that's what ruined the theater experience.
Yeah.
Like, I miss the theater experiences that we used to have.
Waiting
I
at
always,
midnight in that
I always
huge
like,
line.
yeah, I always like sound so old when I'm talking to all these Zoomers, these like 18 to 22-year-olds in my chat, and I'm just like, y'all, like it used to be such a better experience. Like I
Yeah.
promise, like, and
It's exciting.
they're like, what is fun about, like we were just talking about like waiting for game releases the other day. It's like
Yeah.
it was just
Just
fun. It was an
excitement.
experience that you remembered, not just
Yeah,
click
because
download and sit
they're
there at your
talking
chair by
about
yourself.
a midnight release of the book, and one of my close friends and I are like, we really want to go, and we're just so excited just even thinking about it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but then you
Hmm.
talk to like the kids growing up nowadays, and to them, you have to explain. They're just like, why wouldn't you just like wait and just hit download on your Kindle? And it's
Yeah,
like,
I could,
it-
probably will,
it's
but I
like you
still want
could,
it.
yeah, it's like you could, but it's like, man, like you're limiting experiences then,
Hmm.
and it's the experience of going. Like I
Yeah,
said,
we want to get the pointy ear things and everything. We're gonna be
yeah,
Faye.
I don't know if I'll ever have another theater experience like Endgame or
Yeah.
like Infinity War for MCU where it was like every single theater, all 15
Hmm.
um screens are all Endgame, and
Hmm.
it's literally like full seats in every single one, and
Yeah.
and they have like
Did I
people
go to that one,
dressing
or was
up.
it you and Jordan?
No, you went.
Did I?
Yeah, you went to all of those. It was, yeah,
I
it
thought
was
so.
before we had kids, I'm pretty sure.
I can't remember.
Endgame might not have been before we had kids.
Hmm.
But no, I know you went to Infinity
I
War and
went to a lot
Endgame.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't until later
Hmm.
that like we had kids and whatnot and didn't really get to the movies as much.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know if I'll ever have another experience in the theater like Endgame. Like that just
Hmm.
might be a thing that people don't experience anymore.
It's sad. All the excitement. Just
But like I understand it. It's like why am I gonna pay?
yeah. It's
Um,
so expensive to go to the
why am
movies.
I gonna pay $80? That's exaggerated.
I mean, if you want
Why
to
am I
get
going
a
to pay
drink and
45?
some food,
Why am I going to pay
maybe.
for if it's movies and dinner? Yes. Why am I going to pay $45 to go sit and watch this when it's already going to be out on an app that I already pay
Yeah.
for in 6 weeks?
Yeah. And I'm not even talking about dinner. I'm talking about if you get a soda for
Oh yeah.
like $8, popcorn, nachos or something, you're easily spending at least $50. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're ever going to like have an experience like that again where like people are like cheering in a theater and people are like dressing up for the
Yeah.
event. It makes me think about that one dude that got made fun of
Wow.
on the internet a few years ago. He was like crying during a Star Wars thing, and people were
Oh.
making fun of him. And I was like, because he was crying
Oh.
from like excitement, like happiness.
Oh.
And I was like, bro,
That's so cute.
yeah, I wish I could
Feel
like
that
something
excited
like
about
that. Yeah, I
something.
was like, anybody making fun of him is just a loser.
They have no life.
Just like that is sick if you can
Hmm.
enjoy something that much.
Yeah.
And
It's like
like,
a kid being excited about
I wish, yeah,
bubbles.
yeah, I wish I
I
could
wish
be
I could feel it.
that excited again. But it's just like, there's a couple movies coming out, like The Odyssey is coming out, and that's very hype. Like it's already like sold out in IMAX, and it's not even coming out until like at the end of the year, so it's
Hmm.
already sold out. I've never been to IMAX though.
I went on a field trip in school. I think it would make me throw up now.
Hmm. Probably.
Because we just went to the Museum of Play, or was it the Most Museum, where they had that dome thing? I think it was the Most Museum. And I felt a little nauseous there already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you felt nauseous walking in the at the Museum of Play, that one where it's like a
Oh,
sloped
yes.
thing, and you just like it's like, oh, you could get dizzy in here. You walked in for 3 seconds, and you were like, nope.
Gotta go.
Liam
It was
loved that.
bad. Yeah, I did. We gotta go back.
Um, yeah, we were supposed to talk about. I was going to ask you like more questions about Akatar or Harry Potter or
Hmm. Where are you now?
yeah, I had like some ideas, some questions about.
Like what?
That's what it was, Harry Potter or Akatar.
Oh, which one I like better?
You have to get rid of one. They can never exist.
What?
Yeah, that's what choosing one means. One of them can't exist.
Oh my
Which
Lanto.
one?
Oh my Lanto. So I think I'm basing this answer not on, oh, no, I can't. Oh, no. I was going to say, um, not on the quality of the work, but on what it got me through in life.
Yeah, you're
But
just like
I
nostalgia.
can't
It's just like
because,
nostalgia.
yeah, the nostalgia with Harry Potter, and when I was really depressed when I was pregnant with Caroline and just going through stuff, I reread Harry Potter,
Hmm.
and that helped me get through that. And I started therapy and all that. So that's that period of time. And then ACOTAR was a little later. I don't even know. I was depressed about something again. Or I just recently got into reading again as an adult. And that was kind of the series that really, well, I had started and then and I was into it. I was into reading again, but that really got me back into it.
Hmm.
Ugh.
So which one? They have to go away.
I don't want to. I don't want to
That's how these
choose.
questions work. You have to choose.
Oh, no.
Yep. Or the house will burn down.
Stop. That's my worst fear ever.
I know the house is burning down, but you have to answer, and then it'll go away. Hurry up and answer.
Stop it.
This is a perfect representation of you in
I
life.
guess ACOTAR.
Goes away. I'm telling
I
Sarah J. Maas.
guess. No, I love her.
Um,
Because Harry Potter is just so nostalgic and
yeah, it's part
I
of your
don't
childhood.
know.
It just wins. It's the same way like
Yeah.
Final Fantasy games and these other things. I'm like, oh, it's so good. And then sometimes like you were actually
I
like
still
going back
got
and
Fourth
playing it at
Wing.
one point, and I was just like, some of the dialogue is cringy and like it's like looks really bad because it's like from like 2001 or something like that or 1990s, and it's just like, oh, I realize it's like I haven't read ACOTAR, but I can tell you it's probably a better written piece of work than Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like in all honesty, pretty solid world building and some pretty cool plot points and stuff like that. But overall, it's pretty sloppily written in terms of like there's a lot of plot holes. There's a lot of shallowly written character. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
faults with the Harry Potter books, but they just get a nod just because it's like what you grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Also,
nostalgia factor.
with the show, I hope Dumbledore doesn't act mad when he says, "Did you put your name in the goblet of
Yeah.
fire?" I hope they have him more like the books in the later movies
Yeah.
or show. Just all around, I guess. I don't know.
I think the actor who plays him will do a good job.
Yeah.
Don't
I
remember
hope
his
he
name,
doesn't
but he's like
die
83.
halfway
I was
through.
gonna say he's 83, so they're risking it. They had to swap out Dumbledore
Why couldn't they
last
just
time.
do makeup or something? Why couldn't they?
I think, oh, it's John Glasgow.
I
Yeah,
don't
John
know.
Glasgow, something like that. But yeah, he's like 83.
Dang.
So
That's
good vibes, buddy.
that's risky
Yep,
business.
good vibes. But I mean, it's more important to have the right actor than like grab somebody
Yeah.
who's like 50 and just try to make them look old. Like it's yeah.
I don't know. The effects they can do with things are so crazy.
Yeah, but like that's it. Like if you have like a lot of recording, doing 3 or 4 hours of makeup is a lot
I
of
guess so.
I don't know. But they might have to do that anyway, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But so okay, we have to tell everybody. I'm gonna clip that. It's gonna be one of the YouTube shorts saying that you would rather have ACOTAR go away.
I don't want to choose either.
Yep.
I love her and I love the world.
If you had to live in one of the fantasy worlds, which would it be? Like Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Maze Runner, ACOTAR, Twilight, any of the fantasy worlds of things we've watched?
Probably Crescent City. It's part of the multiverse,
Oh.
so they cross over. Spoiler alert: if you haven't read Crescent City
Why are you going to spoil
or
something for me?
ACOTAR, well, you know that the worlds cross over.
Oh.
Sometimes some people, I think, possibly your sister, doesn't realize that they. I already
Is that
said
really
the
a spoiler? Is it really a spoiler to say that they cross over though?
I don't know. I guess if you didn't know it was coming, it would be more exciting. Like, I knew it was coming, but I still didn't think it ruined anything for me. So, I don't know. But they cross over, and so that's why I'm really, really excited for this next one, 'cause I don't know how it's going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But the Crescent City is more in a modern time to where, I don't know, it just, there's magic and there's just different beings and stuff, and it's cool. And then Akatar seems like they don't have TVs and stuff. But in Crescent City, they do, and it just seems fun. I don't know. But Akatar would be cool too. But Harry Potter would be cool too.
Well, you got to think about the risks. What are the risks in Akatar or Crescent City?
Oh, well, there's much more risk of dying there.
Okay, yeah, then I'm not choosing that.
Monsters and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm not choosing that.
Well, there's monsters in Harry Potter too.
Yeah, they're not really threatening, though.
Yeah, I guess
Harry Potter's fine. Like, the worst you got to worry about
Yeah, I
is
guess so.
like, one evil dude, and he gets beaten by a bunch of kids in school. So, I mean, like, could you imagine if there was, like, a threat right now, and it's just, like, that's fine, Harvard's got it. Like...
Or Fourth Wing, you get to ride dragons.
There's a big threat. Yeah, but then dragons exist. Don't dragons kill people?
Yeah.
Okay, so no. Yeah, we're going with Harry Potter.
They can just, like, walk
The
by
worst,
them.
the worst you have to worry about is one bad dude who lost to a 2-year-old and then lost to him when he was 16 or something like that. Like, that's fine.
Yeah. Because you could walk by the dragons and you just look at them wrong, and then poof, you're gone.
Yeah,
It
honestly,
would be cool,
Harry Potter would probably be the safest place to live.
Probably. And
like,
we could do magic.
Then our kids would be there. Like, you'd have to be like, no, we could be muggles. You never know.
I don't want to be a muggle. I'm a muggle in this life.
But that might be the cards you draw, but like still, you know.
Yeah, probably Harry Potter.
Yeah, I mean, like even if you think about it, like I understand you're setting him up as like the hero, like the protagonist of the book, like Harry Potter. But like, if you're trying to tell me this really scary dude, like the first person starts off and he lost to a 2-year-old and it's like, oh yeah, his mother's love. I get it, but like, if you're like, here's the main bad guy, you can't say his name. It's like he lost to a 2-year-old. You could have left an extra pillow in the crib and probably still won that fight, but he still somehow lost. Like,
I don't think
you could have had the kid in the what?
Because when they put him in this thing, he looks so small as a baby. I don't remember what the book said he was.
You could have made the room too hot. Like, you could, yeah, like he
could have left him in the bathtub.
Yeah, you could have done anything wrong that people did. Yeah, he lost to a toddler. Like, oh no. Yeah. No.
That took a turn.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna come out with the villain of the show, maybe don't have the first thing he do is lose to a toddler.
Fair enough.
And then, like, he just like, if you think about his story, he just loses constantly. That's
does.
all he's done. Like, he loses to a toddler, and then he kind of doesn't exist, and then he's just kind of floating around, then he's on the back of some dude's head, right? Then he finally, like, kind of comes back.
That part scared me so much when I was a kid.
In the graveyard?
No, that too, yes. Yeah,
when he's on the back of the head?
Yes, at the end. Mm-hmm. And like this shadow thing, and I would always wake up because that was what I watched was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yep.
And I would always wake up at that point. I don't know why, and it would scare me.
Yep. Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't know. Not a great antagonist, honestly.
Mm-mm.
He just like always losing.
Yeah. Like,
think about his story. He starts off in the story he lost, then he's kind of gone and he lost,
mm-hmm.
and then he just like comes back, but he's like barely able to do anything. He's like super weak, mm-hmm. and then he's like just on the back of some professor's head, and then like he like doesn't exist. He's like in a book, and then like he finally does come back, and the first thing he does is lose a 1v1 to a teenager, right? And then he just goes
he killed
on
Cedric,
and then he on accident. Not really, but like, oh wow, he can do a curse that anybody can do, right?
True.
Like his underlings can do that spell. Like the students in school can do that spell. It's just like, don't, it's bad,
mm-hmm.
right? It's just like, it'd be like somebody killing
Ron
somebody
Weasley's
be like somebody killing somebody with a gun, and being like, a 2-year-old could do that.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean you're super special or super strong. You're just way more messed up than me. And then it gets to, it just gets 1v1 by Dumbledore, and Dumbledore's just like basically disrespecting. That's what I hope. Number one thing I hope comes back.
I was been thinking of that.
Now, don't get me wrong. The movie battle between the two was really cool, really cinematic, showed off their strengths. spoiler alert, but in the book, Dumbledore is just trash talking him while almost paying no attention to him the entire time. So if you guys haven't read the book and you guys have only seen the movie, right? In the movie, you know, Voldemort shooting glass at him or something like that, or breaking something, and then, you know, like Dumbledore turns it into sand, and then he breathes fire, so Dumbledore takes the water, puts him in a bubble, and then like it's like you know, it's like a pretty even fight, and it's cinematic and it's cool. It's probably good for movies and everything, but in the books, he's just casually strolling through a courtyard in the 1v1, calling him Tom.
Yeah.
And he's like, stop calling. And he keeps casting killing curses. And Dumbledore, without even looking, just keeps having suits of armor or stuff from like the scenery or like the around them just take it while not paying attention to him, and just actively shit talking that he's just a weak minded immature boy that never grew up, and it's just making Voldemort pissed, and he's literally just not even paying attention. Like you gotta let Dumbledore be OP like he is in the books. He is overpowered. You just have to.
Agreed.
Because you have to, same thing at the end of the movie, Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's just bad. It's a bad ending. It turns into the whole cinematic, like my beam versus your beam, and then it just turns into him fading into dust. And it's like the whole point of the book battle between Harry and Voldemort in that final area is everybody surrounding them, just watching their final fight. Everybody watching, not just them alone in that courtyard. Everybody's watching this. And when he loses, the whole point is he doesn't fade away to dust and leave a little bit of dramatic flair. The whole point is they look at him laying there and they're like, he's just a dude who just made a bunch of awful decisions. Yeah. He's just a dude. That's all he was.
He could have lived way longer by not making those Horcruxes.
Probably.
Like, he tried to live for a really long time so hard, but he could have just not done anything.
He could have just
longer.
Yeah, I mean, if they had that Sorcerer's Stone thing, he could have just taken that. If he wanted to be a bad guy, just go take that from the Flamel dude and just be like, I'm taking this now. And then you just live forever anyway.
I think he tried, right?
He tried to get it just to like get life back.
Oh yeah, because he had already.
But if you want to live forever, don't split your soul into like 8 different places. Just go take that stone and be like, I need that. Thanks.
Give me that rock.
Yeah, just take this rock and now you're good. Like, there's magic. Figure it out. I don't know. Drink a potion. Like, but there's some hope. Like, this is why we're circling all the way back to the Harry Potter series. I hope the TV show has the opportunity. I do still think this. The TV show has the opportunity to be one of the best TV series of all time. Yeah. Just because of the sheer investment into it and the fact that you're taking. I think the movies were pretty good, but I think with proper written direction and 8 hours per book instead of 2.5, you can really make sure to do things correctly and
everything.
not skip things and tell it the right way. But
I kind of want to reread them before that comes out, but I have too many things to reread.
But we're right around like the usual hour mark. Yeah.
So don't get off on another tangent.
I'm going to. I have the day off tomorrow. But we are preparing for the subathon, which we will probably be talking about every day. We got my wife is playing through a game, reacting to it. It's a story-based game.
And I don't play games, so it's interesting.
She
Not very good.
Yeah, she keeps asking like if she like loses, like what are we gonna do? As if like you can't play it ever again. What if I die? What do I do? I'm like, you just do it again. You just go back to like where you
like we're gonna
were.
run out of time.
Yeah. So our nights are literally my stream and then doing all these different sponsors to try to catch up on money from the wild March we had, and then playing the subathon, get all that content ready. I will then be right there in front of that camera for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until the timer runs out. Sleeping on camera, eating on camera. The only time I'm not on camera is showering and or bringing the kids to school and or if you come take over for me for a few minutes.
It's a really
so
good time.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
That's what I'm looking
So
forward to.
it's pretty much, for the TLDR of it, is it's $1 a minute is pretty much what it is
Mm-hmm.
for the entire 24 hours. So you could do the math: 24 hours times 60 minutes, $1,400 something a day,
Mm-hmm.
and it just
Lasts for,
goes
like,
until people
14
stop.
days?
Last year went for like
12 days?
13, 14 days. So this subathon ends when people stop paying me to be there, and then I
Mhm.
take my only like set of days off, like full days off, like 5-6 days off after the subathon.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
I won't be up like in the past. I'm like, we're at like day 10. I'm like, it can just end. Let's just go ahead and end it, and then it'll trickle on to like day 13 or whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. This time, considering, looking at my bank account, I'm like, if this won't last long, I won't mind as much. Like, go ahead. The question is how will my back hold up? Because that's a lot of sitting. But don't worry, I do this responsibly. I think I do subathons in probably the most responsible, correct way you can. I have content pre-planned for it, so once they hit goals, it's immediately ready, and we premiere it live on stream. We react to it live on stream. Everyone gets to see it the moment it's ready. I don't make it after the fact. I get up every hour or two, walk around, stretch. I make sure I eat, drink plenty of water. I sleep the full 7-ish hours on camera, but like I do sleep. There's no, lack of sleep or lack of whatever. So yeah.
I think the kids are going to miss you more because
Yeah.
it was harder last year around nighttime because they wanted you to come eat dinner. They know that it's like their internal clock. They know when you're supposed to be done.
Yep.
And like the weather's
That's the
going to be
only part that sucks.
nicer, so we can't go for walks.
Yeah,
I'll still take them.
That's
but
the main part that sucks.
Yeah.
But it's a 2 to 3 week period.
Yeah.
And it's 10, sometimes 20% of our total income for the entire year in 2 weeks. So it's like,
Gotta do it.
and it's important for like the community building.
Yeah, they love it.
Oh yeah, like it's like people that don't know, people that only get to stop in like once a year, stop in and support it. There's people who just come in and there's like, here's $1,000. I don't get to watch as much anymore, but I want to keep supporting what you do. And then they're just like, thanks, and then they don't come back till the following year.
Crazy.
So they basically get to come there, and it's almost like a yearly
reunion.
it's almost like a yearly series that comes out for them, because like everything's in there, like the year in review and how we did and all the accomplishments, and here's like the funny moments from the year, and here's like the top clips from the year and stuff like that. So they get to basically come be part of it, like, because a lot of them, just like us, have moved on, have kids, have different jobs. So it's like, I can't watch every day like I used to, but I get to come back for the subathon, help support you keep doing it, and get caught up on everything. So we
Is it gonna record? Okay.
Oh, it's always recording during that. It won't automatically change the camera angle. So like it'll still be hearing us and it'll still do everything, but if my phone disconnects, it'll just automatically. The good thing is, I'm not going to go on a tangent, but when I was first setting this up, when that would happen, it would erase all the settings I had saved. So I had to literally purchase more cloud space to save how all of my settings are set up, because that first night when I was trying to get this set up and try and make all this swapping camera nonsense work like automatically, every time it would disconnect there, it would reset all of my settings, which are set
That's
on.
so dumb.
Right. Yeah. I'm not going to go on a tangent, but to briefly explain it.
Oh my God.
Anytime that it hears less than 45 decibels for 2 seconds, it goes to that camera. Now I start talking, it immediately hears more than minus 25 decibels for 2 interactions, comes to me. If it hears anything from you, same thing, it swaps to you, minimum of 3 seconds. And I have to manually set that for each mic connected to each camera. And it takes me about 10 full minutes to set up. And when I didn't have it saved on the cloud, because I didn't have cloud space, every time it disconnected like that, if there was just a brief 1 second disconnect from Wi-Fi, all of those settings would reset, and I'd have to manually go in and type them all in again. And I was about to break everything.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
My phone, the cameras, I was about to, yeah.
Hulk smash.
Bro. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we're up to an hour 20 minutes, so we gotta go.
Probably.
We will be live again. Not live. That's my normal stream outro. We will see you guys next Thursday. Episode 16 out of 52. We're still committed to all 52 weeks this year. We haven't missed a week yet, although it's been pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
We are currently only up to, like, this episode we're recording now is coming out this week. We have to get caught up, but we also have to record Expedition 33, and I also have to get probably multiple weeks set up ahead of time for the subathon, because there's no way I can record while being stuck over there. So, if you guys have any comments about any of the stuff we talked about today, which was just AI and Harry Potter / ACOTAR / books / movies / any of the above, or anything you guys specifically want us to talk about, let us know. If you guys have any ideas for cool content that you've seen online that like you guys should do a video like that, tell us, because I'll just keep coming up with ideas and keep ranting. But like, if you guys have,
we want to
cool
know
things,
what you want to hear, though.
Exactly. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe, tell all your friends to watch, tell your mom to watch, not your dad. And I just don't feel like dads would like this. They got shit
Probably
to do.
not.
Yeah, they got shit to do. Sports Center or something. All right, we'll see you guys next Thursday. Goodbye.
Bye.